celebrates the smaller channels who are working to bring down the cult and protect human rights. Scooter Mom celebrates the smaller channels, the ones who need more attention and are out there more and more. If you want Scooter Mom to show a small channel, send her clips and links, since you are making clips and sharing links is easy to do. Whether you protest and or watch that means you.
Hi. So, welcome to Scooter's Anti-Cult Report, where we're flying by the seat of my pants because I literally did not write anything for today because my dumb time extended until about 5 minutes ago. So I don't even have my little blurb introducing you to the show. And I'm not entirely sure if I can remember it because even though I have said it consistently almost every week, I just rely on it being in front of me. In rounded terms, I will say this is a show that recognizes and tries to uplift the smaller channels in the ending Scientology community. And while I do sometimes feature some of the larger channels, I don't always. And that's because the focus will always be on the smaller channels. And if you are watching this on replay, I hope that you will check the description because I will post all the links that I'm going to share with you in the description after the live stream. And welcome in, everyone, and get comfy, I guess. I'm hoping I chose the right title for today. It's like, what are we doing today? So I see J-Bat and Fuzzy and Buttercup and Cricket and hello everybody. Hi Manning. Let's see. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody? If I have missed you and I don't see you, my apologies. I will try to keep up with the chat, but I have literally flustered myself almost intentionally, I guess. I need to learn to just sort of relax and sort of wing it a little bit more. And I have been doing this, I think, long enough that I should be able to just be a little more relaxed with it at this point. I hope. We'll see how today goes. I may go back to my notes. Hi Tracy, welcome in. Hi Becky. So yes, if you by any chance hear like machinery or anything like that, it's because my daughter is doing the chores that she was supposed to do yesterday. And of course, this is the perfect time to run a vacuum cleaner, right? So now I did just hear the vacuum cleaner shut off, so we may be good without that now. Just saying. You never know what's going to happen on Scooter's Anti-Cult Report. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to play with some. No, I can't. Nope, I can't do that. I was going to try to show you something, but I can't because we're now live streamed, or we are now live, I should say. Thank you, Buttercup. No, I just naturally get flustered when I don't have complete and total control. I am a little bit of a control freak. Sorry, my brain just went somewhere that is not the focus of the show. So I'm going to just leave that alone because I've been down that rabbit hole for approximately the last 2 weeks, and that's not what today is about. So anyway, maybe I'll tell you about that later. Well, actually, if you've been looking at my eyes, if you've been looking at my posts, you may have already seen what that rabbit hole might be. Anyway, okay, so I think I've blathered on long enough. Hopefully, I'm hoping you can hear me perfectly fine because when I came into Restream, all my settings had been changed, and so I quickly changed them back. If the mic is not set up properly, let me know, uh, and uh, and I will try to fix it. But I'm not seeing any complaints about that so far, so I'm thinking we're okay. Oh, eyes, does that mean you saw? Hi, Journey. um, okay, so you can hear me. Okay, good. I'm gonna start getting really overheated if I keep on that topic. So, all right. So what I have to run with is my list of links. So that's what I'm looking at. Oh, good. Thank you, JBat. Okay, so first up, I have something from Church of SatireTology. Wow, that is still hard to say. Now, I do actually have two things from Church of SatireTology for you. Oh, you have no idea? Okay, no worries, eyes. We'll talk later. Anyway, so the first one is a short from the Church of SatireTology, and it is about Narconon. I am really stretching the memory muscles now because I don't even have a cue as to refresh my memory on what all these links are. So if I don't tell you, it's because I don't remember, and I will remember as soon as I click. So, okay, so gosh, let's just go to the short, shall we? All right. So as I said, this is about uh, Narconon. Oh, where are my pinned? There they are. Are they in the correct order? No, of course not. All righty here. Just it just makes it so much more fun with Restream when I am really just having lots and lots of fun with the memory. And Restream says, "Oh, you wanted these in a certain order?" Silly. Okay, so okay, I found it. I think. Of course, I just scrolled and lost it. There we are. Found it. All right. Here we go. Oh, wait, let me get over to it so that I can actually start it. Gosh. Sorry. Every time, I swear, every single time there is an update with Chrome, I lose a certain function that I prefer. Okay, here we go.
The New Life detoxification is another unique aspect that sets Narconon apart from any other drug rehab program, mainly because it isn't recognized by any medical authority. It's based on the discovery that drug residues apparently remain trapped in the body's fatty tissues, a revelation made by someone with no medical degree but plenty of confidence. These residues can supposedly be released back into the system, causing a person to re-experience the effects of drugs years later, which might explain why Narconon staff keep hallucinating about L. Ron Hubbard returning. The New Life detoxification is the only program of its kind, probably because other programs prefer methods that work. It's a precise regimen done over several weeks, involving 5 hours a day in a sauna. massive doses of niacin that make your skin feel like it's on fire, running to get the blood flowing, and more vitamins than a GNC warehouse. The New Life Detox was developed specifically for people who have used drugs and designed to purge drug residues through sweat, which is definitely how chemistry works. After a person has withdrawn from drugs without medical care, detoxified their body through pseudoscience, and their attention is back in the present through staring exercises, Narconon then works with them on a series of unique courses to help isolate the suppressive people they shouldn't associate with, specifically doctors, psychiatrists, and family members who ask questions. You'll learn the skills necessary to avoid the kinds of situations that brought you to use drugs in the first place, mainly by avoiding anyone who mentions evidence-based treatment, and so map out a pathway to a drug-free life, ideally one that involves recruiting others into Scientology. For nearly 50 years, Narconon has been claiming to help those struggling with substance abuse find their way to unlicensed treatment facilities with no medical staff, no doctors, and no refunds. Narconon centers exist in over 20 countries, though many have been shut down, investigated, raided, or sued for wrongful deaths, fraud, and practicing medicine without a license. They were designed for one purpose, not to cure addiction, but to cure Scientology's public image, while quietly steering vulnerable people toward the wisdom of its founder, L. Ron Hubbard.
So that wasn't a very short. Oh gosh, it's playing again in my ear. Okay, give me a sec here. Stop. There. Okay, it's muted. Okay. Sorry. I hate it when Chrome does this stuff to me. Okay. So, yeah. Go figure, Scientology doesn't work. What do you know? Yeah, speaking of snow, I am not laughing at those of you who are experiencing more snow than you have perhaps experienced in your lifetime or in quite a long time at least. Hi, Antics. Because I, I guess I feel for you. We're kind of used to it, and yet the dumping that we got last month was a considerable headache. And perhaps I am just still having a memory of that. I don't know. I'll just, what can I say? At any rate, for those of you who are dealing with an unusual amount of snow, I will say my heart is, and hopefully, what the heck just happened? And hopefully, you will have enough supplies to keep you comfortable until you can get around more easily. Minnie, yeah. I saw a picture from Cricket earlier today. I did not comment because I was kind of having my dumb time, and words are already hard. But yeah, Cricket, and you're not a short person. Hello, rib guy. um, yeah, that that's a lot of snow. We don't generally get that much snow. Um, so okay, Becky, thanks. Love you. Anyway, hello, Janet. Alrighty. So another that Church of SatireTology put out not long ago is just a clip this time. And, well, I just had a brain fart, so I do not recall what it is. Oh, it is L. Ron Hubbard, and it is about Operation. Oh gosh, I just had another brain fart. You'll see. Anyway, it'll come back to me as soon as I run the clip. I know what it is, I swear. Snow White. There was just too much snow talk and my brain froze. Oh, here we go again, where I have to go right to the actual tab.
To be found around here, writing up intelligence directives. You see the paper stacked up here? Those are Guardian's office orders, enemy intelligence files, plans for government infiltration operations, and operational security protocols. Your weekly intelligence reports lie in there too, of course. We are very, very busy here at St. Hill. We do a great many things, and we have to keep right up all the time on the latest intelligence, tradecraft, and so on. All the Guardian's office staff we have here are engaged in what we call training, intelligence training, operational security, covert communications. They're going right straight on through. The operational planning is advancing all the time. They're all winning. We have here, too, of course, the Guardian's Office Intelligence Training Program. This program has been in operation now for several years. My personal operation, you understand, is to be found around.
Okay, so I had to really force myself to pay attention because honestly, at this point, every time I play a recording of him talking, I gloss over and I don't. It's just like this buzz. So, yeah, it's wild. Yeah, Becky, okay. Yes, he creeps me out too, eyes. I do not. Ugh, I don't understand how he managed to get married so many times. Why would anyone volunteer? Let me take this moment to remind you that Canadians are polite, not necessarily nice. So now that I have said that, why would anyone voluntarily go to bed with that man, let alone let him touch them, kiss them? Ew, just ew. I do not see it. I truly do not see it. Yeah, I know he had mistresses too. It's like, ew, no, go away. No. Sorry, no. Mm-mm. Nope, nope, nope. That would make me a cat lady for life with absolutely no intention of ever having a human involvement ever again, if that were the only choice. Oh, gosh. Monotone 40 is right, Adam. Hello and welcome in. Oh, yuck. The whole essence of him is just ew. Okay, so now that we've all been totally grossed out, and I'm sorry, blame Church of SatireTology, please. Oh, yeah, Rib Guy, let's not go down the list of of male individuals or cis males who Scooter would never touch with a 20-foot pole. Okay, let's just not. No. Okay, so now Symbol Sage is someone that I actually really do not know. However, I came across this clip. Now, how did that happen? Anyway, they were talking about Scientology, which surprisingly is the topic here. Not that you would necessarily know that from your host, but hey, just keeping it real. All right, let's just watch the clip, shall we? Okay, actually, it's a video because it's short. Well, for a video.
Scientology is a modern religion founded in the 1950s by American author L. Ron Hubbard. It began as a self-help system called Dianetics, which aimed to help people overcome emotional trauma and mental blocks. Over time, it developed into a full-fledged belief system that blends spiritual ideas with science fiction-like narratives. At its core, Scientology teaches that humans are immortal spiritual beings called Thetans who have lived countless past lives. These beings have forgotten their true nature and are weighed down by negative memories, known as engrams, often carried across lifetimes. These engrams are believed to cause irrational behavior, illness, and emotional distress. To get rid of these engrams, Scientologists undergo a process called auditing. During auditing, a trained practitioner asks a series of questions while the person holds onto a device called an e-meter, which supposedly detects changes in emotional energy. The goal is to confront and erase painful memories, ultimately reaching a state called clear. A clear person is said to be free of the subconscious influence of past trauma and more in control of their life. Beyond clear, Scientologists can progress through advanced spiritual levels, known as operating thetan, OT levels. These stages promise greater spiritual powers, including telepathy and control over matter, energy, space, and time. Some of the teachings at these levels involve secret doctrines, including the story of Xenu, a galactic ruler who supposedly caused great spiritual harm to humanity millions of years ago. The Church of Scientology, the official organization behind the religion, is known for its strict structure, secretive practices, and aggressive defense of its image. Critics have accused it of financial exploitation, controlling behavior, and harassment of dissenters and former members. The church denies these accusations, claiming it is a misunderstood religion working to improve the world. Scientology is also widely known because of its high-profile celebrity members like Tom Cruise and John Travolta. It has been the subject of numerous exposés and documentaries, such as Going Clear, which have intensified public debate around its legitimacy and influence. Whether viewed as a spiritual path or a controversial movement, Scientology remains one of the most polarizing and enigmatic belief systems of the modern era.
Oh, sorry. Kind of got lost for a sec there. Exactly, Rib Guy. Give me your money, time, and children. Yes. Hello, Brian. Welcome in. Becky, I saw you said something, and I couldn't respond immediately because I have to stay on the tab to keep the computer thetans away. It is thetan, not thetan. And it is Xenu, not Xenu symbol. But good video. Other than that, sorry. It does aggravate me just a little bit when people mispronounce stuff like that. And it's probably because I grew up with teachers. That's what you said. And no, I cannot ever imagine. I don't want to imagine waking up to that morning breath. None of it. The whole package. No, thank you. Dianetics commercials during football games. It's been marketed as a stress help book. Oh, yeah. And no, thank you. You know what? They have not paid, at least I don't actually watch football games, but I'm pretty sure I would have seen um, I would have seen a clip or I would have heard something about it if we had the Dianetics commercials during the football games in Canada, like on our simulcasting. I don't think they have paid for it in this market, probably because I know that they don't pay for it like nationally, let alone internationally. I know that they do smaller markets because it's so expensive. And I have to say, I'm actually absolutely fine with that. Just saying. Okay, Rib Guy, if we get started, we could start talking about you. So you better behave yourself and keep your pants on, buddy. Okay, so now Eyes to See has been a little quieter lately, and that's absolutely fine with me. But just a few days ago, she did a video on an article that was about a reporter who had been harassed by Scientology for, of course, reporting on Scientology because, why should they do their job when it comes to anything to do with Scientology? And Karen Karen Bass' opinion about Scientology. Fuzzy. So I just figured, you know what? I'm glad that Eyes is bringing this back into our consciousness, if I'm going to put it that way. I mean, it is LA, right? Because no one should ever let Karen Bass forget how she spoke about Scientology and how she was very lackluster in when she was called out about it. So have a look at this, and I will attempt to stay engaged here in the process. Ugh, as soon as I get over to the right tab.
I know. The Church of Scientology, I know, has made a difference. Because your creed is a universal creed. That's why all these kids keep getting hard, right? And one that speaks to people everywhere. Like immigrants that are having difficulties so they can have their passports locked up. Children getting thrown overboard of the Apollo ship. I mean, where to start? I look forward to helping you bring about the difference for everyone in the city, Los Angeles. Isn't that great, guys? The Golden State of California. And from here, the nation, and from the nation, the world. I know. The Church of Scientology, I know.
Sorry. I was paying attention. It just had my hands full because I just realized my vape is empty, and that's not a good thing. You're wearing 2 pairs of pants, Cricket? Okay, so fuzzy pink pants. I was gonna say something probably a little inappropriate, but you guys all know me anyway, so what the hell, Fuzzy? If you want to go pantless, I'm okay with that. It's just rib guy, okay? Rib guy must remain covered, okay? Sorry, rib guy. I just drove that bus right over rib guy. I apologize. Love your rib guy. Anyway, please make sure to go watch the whole thing. And if you would like to, share that particular video, it's not up to me what you do. I'm not the boss of you. Hi, 23. 23, you have a tendency to show up when everything is not as typical on this stream. Well, that could mean like every show. So perhaps I'll just retract that. Anyway, okay. So now Journey also recently did a video. And also, I did warn you at the beginning of this stream that I do not have notes today. I decided to go without notes, mostly because I was procrastinating and having my dumb time, and I just didn't. So I figured I would test myself and just see how I managed. Becky. How I managed to do without my very detailed notes. I think I'm going to have to at least give myself one-word clues. Oh, you are really, Cricket? Oh. Because you're too thin? Is it because you can't stay warm, or just to disguise the fact that you're too thin? Yes, 23. That works. I'm a little curious about that, I will admit. Perhaps he should have taken the wheel a moment ago when I was driving the bus over Rip Guy. Oh, thank you, Eyes. Unique is definitely Scooter. Okay, so let's take a look at Journey's stream. And again, it's a clip, so you have to go and watch the whole thing. And if I remember correctly, Journey is not exactly making very long videos lately. Okay, so this was about the Puerto Rico org. And again, I will get used to not being automatically taken to the right tab, but it's annoying right now.
Website. Can't see the top. I don't know why you can't see the top. But this is a self-help bridge to total freedom. Life improvement, Puerto Rico. This is a, oh, you're coming to visit? What do you want? The cat that likes to fit into the... Okay, whoa. Okay, anyways. So, of course, donate, blah, blah, blah. Don't waste this brief breath in eternity. You're loving... Okay, can you guys hear her? Because she's loving the microphone. No one's here. Are you just gonna lay down, or are you gonna just new website? Can't see.
Okay. So I love that I am not the only one whose cat decided to make an impromptu visit. Yes, I agree, Rip Guy. I don't think Journey gets enough credit in certain corners of the interwebs. But yes, she is a powerhouse. And she's a quiet powerhouse. She does not generally make a lot of noise about her own work. And you know, I totally get that. I'm not particularly good at doing that either. So I get that. But that's why I like to amplify all of you, because I'm sure as hell not going to amplify myself. It's just, it's not going to happen. So, anyway, well done, Journey. And I applaud. Yes, it's not just because of her mic. She's very quiet anyway. Your reply got 23. What were you trying to say? Oh, I made a joke at Rip Guy's expense. 23. He is also in the chat. He's doesn't matter to you, not to me, or does it matter to you, not to me? No, there were no witnesses needed. However, there were witnesses. There are certain people in the community that I know that I can play with comfortably. God, that sounds really bad, and I did not mean it that way. I can tease them verbally, and and no hard feelings occur as a result. So I will kind of lean into that, and they do it back in their own interesting ways. So, oh yeah, Rip Guy, and Becky still needs a dress. Okay, so now Jenna Miscavige. I'm feeling kind of like fuzzy for comfort. Yes. I'm feeling like Jenna is rediscovering herself a little bit lately. And I'm from what I am seeing, eat Becky together. That's too much. I learned last time. Yes, Rip Guy. Anyway, I'm not mad about it. Obviously, I don't know all the changes that she is making in her life and how many of them there might be, but let's see if you can spot the change that I spotted the other day when I play this clip this short for you. And type it in the chat, because as much as I would like to pretend, I can't actually read your minds. So let me see. Nope, that's not the right one. Nope, that's not the right one. Where the hell did it go? Okay, give me a sec here. Oh, damn. Nope, that's not working for me. Sorry. I don't know how it happened, but for some reason, I thought I had this set up and it's not showing up. There it is. Okay. Sorry, just trying to figure out. Rather than trying to open up a new tab, since I now know where it is, or what it's called at least. Hi, Spock. Let's see if I can now find it in the list. There it is. Okay, here we go. Give me a sec to get to the tab, and I will play it for you.
Some people think Scientology is a cult.
Oh, absolutely not a cult.
Okay.
I mean, a cult, to me, a cult would be some closed, uniform, everybody's got to believe in the same thing. That's definitely not what it is.
Is Grant Cardone for real? Nothing is more infuriating than a celebrity using their platform to defend Scientology and to recruit new unsuspecting people, especially when that celebrity has never had to live in the same conditions as their workers. They get to see their families while paying into an organization that robs others of this same basic human right. And then they turn around and call those people liars. This is exactly why Scientology recruits celebrities.
How much have I given the church?
Yeah.
Maybe $15 or $18 million.
Grant Cardone's $18 million donations funds human trafficking and child. Why do they do it? Because Scientology opens doors for them, keeps their secrets, makes introductions. They won't have to scrub dumpsters with a toothbrush. They won't get held down if they try to call their parents. They won't have anyone sitting outside their door all night, making sure they never escape.
Some people think Scientology.
So, did anybody pick up on it? Let me see. The Jeopardy thing, is she transitioning? No, I don't think she's transitioning, Rid Guy. No, not the lipstick. Anybody? Oh, that was Grant Cardone, Becky. I guess he's a pseudo celebrity. He's a motivational speaker. No, it's not the lipstick. Nobody? Wonder if I can put my finger on it for you. If you didn't notice, she's now got a nose piercing. I like it. I could never do it, but I like it. And I could never do it because my allergies would make it really nasty really quickly. Can I replay it? I would, except I just closed it. Sorry. Follow the link after the stream and rewatch it. That is all true stuff, 23. Yes. That is everything that Jenna says is true. She experienced it. She was a child in Scientology, like many people in the anti or ending Scientology community. If you are not aware of her story, I encourage you to check out her channel. Not right this second, but oh, I've got lipstick for Rib Guy. Yeah, no problem. Here, I got lip stain actually, so it'll stay longer. Here you go. No, but seriously, Jenna had it in some ways quite a bit worse than a lot of kids in Scientology, and that's really saying something because it was horrendous for most of them, all of them, because she is the niece of the leader, the current leader of Scientology. But I would encourage you to check out her channel, and if that piques your interest, she has a fabulous book that she wrote in the 2000s. Somebody's going to have to fill in the blanks for me because I will get it wrong right now. If somebody can put the name of Jenna's book in the chat, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, and it's a very good book. It's hard to hear some of the things, a lot of the things that she had to deal with, but it's very, very well written. Okay, so anyway, yes, Jenna has a nose ring. I don't know exactly how long ago she got that, but I do know that I didn't see it before. And yeah, I kind of like it. Yeah. Jenna is perhaps feeling herself, and I'm proud of her. As a mom-coded, more seasoned female person would be. All right, so Dan Walks LA. Thank you for being back out there. I know it's not as frequently as it has been in the past, and I'm okay with that. Just glad that he got back out there. And so I do have a short for you from Dan Walks LA, in case you hadn't seen it. And here we are, as soon as I get to the tab.
Hey everybody! How's it going? The Aftermath Foundation can help you leave Scientology. 888-FREE-002.
And I gotta tell you, I absolutely love that he was actually able to sneak up on them, because they were not watching out for him. Somebody fell down on the job, and they probably heard about it. And I feel for them to a degree, but I just love that he actually was able to walk right up to the door. Beyond belief. Thank you, Cricket. He ate the muffin. He has timed with the doors. They have an automatic door closing button, and they have a switch. I don't know if it's the same switch. Thank you for putting up the link, Cricket. They have a switch that frosts the windows and the doors. So it has been for quite some time now that they would see protesters coming from their cameras, like at least a block away, and they would already close the doors and frost the windows before the protester would get even close to the front door. So for him to actually get up to the front door and catch them by surprise, chef's kiss, just chef's kiss. Okay, so now Antics, I'm glad you're not driving now, so you can sit back and relax because it is your turn. Antics put up some clips. I got some clips of Antics, of a recent video from Antics of a Mama Squirrel, trying Words are hard, and I don't have notes. Anyway, from one of their very recent calls to the, I think this was, I'm not sure. It's in LA. I will tell you as soon as I bring up the clip on my screen because it will tell me. Public Works. And the first one I'm going to play for you, if I can. Good Lord, they're all out of order. Okay, so the first one is going to be in order. The other two, perhaps not. Okay, so the first one is a recording of Audit LA calling in. That's what I was going for. Anyway, please have a listen as soon as I get to the tab.
Everyone, I want to talk a little bit about R1 visas and how they affect public works. R1 visas is what Scientology uses to bring people bring people into the country as ministers. Okay, but the rules about that is that they have to do ministerial work. They're not allowed to do labor, and they're not allowed to do anything that regards selling money or fundraising. But that's what they do. Okay, they use their Sea Org staff to do public work events, hard labor, and they also they're selling books out there and doing all these things. That is contrary to the federal guidelines of the R1 visa. So anytime you're giving them a permit, anytime they're doing this on their R1 permitted area, they are breaking the federal guidelines for R1 visas. It leaves the city open to potential litigation, and it's a human rights violation, and it's a breaking of the law. And everyone, I want to talk a little bit about R1.
All right, that's an excellent focus, especially at this particular point in time politically. If Scientology could be summarized in one sentence, is it basically just farming people and getting them to lose their identity and become commodities? That is a very, I would say yes, and there is way more to it than that. Some people will just tell you it's a cult, and it is. And that is the number one thing that you need to know about it. They survive off of human trafficking their own members, primarily what they call their Sea Org members, who are supposed to be the most dedicated members of Scientology. And yes, they do lose their own identity because they are the part of the brainwashing is to mold them into being very much like their founder, L. Ron Hubbard, in his thinking and the way he supposedly handled issues. And I say supposedly because he was very anti-drug for everyone except himself. So human beings are not individuals. Exactly, Becky. They're nothing but bodies to Scientologists. Scientologists believe that the rib guy, I know you'll correct me, or anybody in the chat will if I word this imperfectly. bodies just hold thetans, and thetans are like spirits or essence. And yeah, everyone is a key in the cog, but at the same time, everyone is disposable. Thank you, Rib Guy. I'm going to leave the chat to give more detail on that, because honestly, my brain is just not on all cylinders today. So I'm just trying to keep the wheels on the road here. But I trust my chat to give you the information, because I know that they know it. The majority of the people in this space that we call the anti-Scientology movement have most of this information down, and Rib Guy and several other people in this movement unfortunately have personal experience with Scientology. But at the same time, as I say, unfortunately they do, and I really mean that. They have also, yeah, no worries, 23. That's actually why we're here and why we put it on YouTube. They also have inspired most of us to do this work. So while we're really, really sad that they had to experience what they did, we are very grateful that they are willing to share their experiences with us. So, and if I say more than that, I'm going to need more tissues. And the tissue fairy is not here right now. Rib Guy, I'm not sure if I do have more accessible memory. At least not today. It's been kind of clouded with other stuff lately. And that's actually veering off track for, yeah, I don't know that I would call them a sovereign state, alternate reality, but they're walking that line particularly in Clearwater, Florida. They really walk that line. They've pretty much taken over the city of Clearwater. And they keep trying to grab more. And they part of their thing is collecting real estate. It's where they can dump their money in, other than offshore. Rib Guy, no, I have to order more gummies. I do still have some, but no, and I have not taken any as of yet. I reserve those for nighttime when I'm trying to go to sleep. And what I was going to say is, for those of you who may have noticed, I've been a little quieter lately. Yes, I have been occupied with other, shall we say, entertainment. And that is a big reason for my being more quiet. I really just have still been feeling the need, even though I literally just came back from like a month-long break like a month ago. I still have been feeling the need, as many of us do, to kind of step back a little bit. And I needed to occupy my mind with other things other than ICE and Scientology. It has been too much. And I kind of needed to feel just pure joy. I was going to say titillation, but while that is accurate, I don't want us veering further off track. with my use of that word. Anyway, getting back to the clips here, let me just move on to the next one. And JBet, I am sorry, I'm not sure which one is going to come up here because they are not, I don't have a visual cue. So it's either going to be Antics as Georgina or it's going to be Mirjam.
Hi, TJ. Thank you. When you're enticed from a foreign country to enter this country under false pretenses, have your visa, not your visa, your passport confiscated, and you're held in a facility that you're not allowed to leave, that's human trafficking. That's what Scientology's doing. That's the labor force that they have doing public work on public sidewalks and public streets, and yet you still keep giving them event permits. They violate the terms of the event permits time and time again.
Mirjam?
Oh, that was short. That was a very short minute. That just seemed very short. My chat is not advancing. Oh, damn it. Okay. So let's see. Walk the line. They're doing it in Inglewood now, Market Street. Oh, Becky. And you're busy just trying to survive life in LA. Yeah, I'm quite sure it still is. But Buttercup says, in my opinion, they use religious designation to get away with walking a fine line and going over the fine line sometimes. Yes, very much so. Yeah, thank you, JBat. Sorry about that. Well, at least it came up in the right order. Rib Guy, your comments are being limited as well. Oh, Rib Guy, I guess YouTube didn't like what it had to say. You got to put it in a 15-minute segment called Cats and Good News. You know what? I have had my cat spontaneously arrive and derail the show, but they are very spontaneous beings, and I'm sure you know cats are like that. Hello, Moose. How's my baby? And give it amazing theme song. You know what? I gotta say, it's hard enough for me to pull together a show just on anti-Scientology. However, I'm not opposed to doing something else. It's just I have very limited energy, and oh, YouTube is cracking down perhaps on. I apologize, Antics. I didn't mean to cut you off. It was just the clip. Clips can only be 1 minute, and it didn't let me go any longer than that. So my apologies. Oh, you're driving again? Okay, be careful. Cricket, no worries. You take it easy and stay warm. Okay, so now we get to Mirjam. And 23, Mirjam is a member of our community and a member of what I call the call-in crew. And she is calling in from Denmark. So we are literally around the world. Okay, here we go.
Hi. I want to talk about the illegal no parking signs placed on L. Ron Hubbard Way. These signs mislead the public, restrict lawful parking, and create the false impression of official enforcement. This is unauthorized control of public space. During permitted events held by Scientology on LRH Way, sidewalks are also being blocked despite permit terms requiring pedestrian access. Barricades and armed security prevent people from walking through, which violates public right-of-way rules and the conditions those permits were granted under. Unauthorized signage and blocked sidewalks are still an ongoing issue. There is no enforcement. There's no support for us to getting these to put in actually in place. Please look. I want to talk
Okay.
about the
So I say, oh, yeah, I think it's because the clip started like a second or two before you started speaking, Antics. And so my apologies for that. Oh, have a good nap, rib guy. Sweet dreams. Okay, so now for the final clip, because I really appreciate Audit and how she goes about talking to the public works people, and also because this was sent to me before the last 3 clips that you heard, because I didn't do a show last week, I wanted to make sure to share this with you. So this is the last clip of the day, and I'm sorry we went over because perhaps I kind of veered off track a little bit. So anybody who wanted to, leave right at an hour, my apologies for today. So, and this is also a really good statement that Antics stop, that Audit made. And so I wanted to make sure that you heard it.
For general public comment. Good morning. Today is my 60th birthday, and I can't imagine spending it with anyone else but you guys. I'm happy to be here. Yesterday was Laura FM's birthday, and at her party, I was speaking to neighbors who live right near Big Blue, and the wife was telling me, and her husband too, how upset they are. That he gets upset because she wants to walk down L. Ron Hubbard Way, and he's scared because they believe that it's a private street. And he says most of the neighborhood thinks it's a private street because their security, they chase everyone away. They intimidate you. I had to tell these neighbors that no, this is a public street. You have for general public comment.
Okay, so belated happy birthday wishes to Audit. And yes, Rib Guy, I agree. She is a full-time thorn in their side, and she's impressive as hell. So thank you all for staying with me for my experiment without notes. I hope you enjoyed it. It was not bad from my perspective, but I would love to hear constructive criticisms from you, not just praise, and which I do appreciate, and supportive comments are always appreciated. But I think my note to myself, pardon the pun, is definitely I'm going to need keywords to tweak my memory for each one of the clips. And keep an eye on the time. Yes, thank you, Fuzzy. We do. We very much appreciate all of you joining us today and every time. Thank you in advance for following all the links that JBat put in the chat for you. And my other mods who filled in those that I did not have on the list. You love that I'm not scripted, Becky? Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Moose. Good night, Spock. I have I do. I have a Google Doc, a running Google Doc of the links of the clips that I'm going to show, so that I share with the mods so that they can put them up for you through the show. That was not my idea. I was given that idea by a mod who modded for Natalie, who was our original recapper, and I still say the best recapper. And it was a brilliant idea, and I am so grateful that she shared that information with me, because it makes it a lot easier for all of us. And I can make edits on the fly, like right before the show, and they will have the updated version immediately. So I don't have to remember to send it out, none of that. So anyway, yeah, like I said, I do need to have like 1 word or maybe 2 word clues for each link for me. Yes, Becky, you are not doing your homework, but Fuzzy is. And Fuzzy, I did see your homework submission. I just didn't have time to check it out yet. So I will, trust me. And thank you for doing your homework. And we call it homework because I am always asking people, including my mods, to send me clips that they see that are Scientology relevant, that I can share with all of you. Because the more people who are sharing clips with me, the more clips I have to share with you. And also, the better chance I have of not becoming bald from pulling my hair out trying to put together the show all on my own. Honestly. It really does make it a lot easier to put the show together. And it does make it teacher's pet. It does make it a lot easier, a lot more enjoyable for me to bring the show to you. And it staves off the burnout a bit more. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support to me, and more importantly, to everyone, particularly the small channels in this movement. Really, that's why I do this show, is to get more attention, more focus on them. The more eyes I get on this show, the more eyes hopefully will, and I'm not putting eyes to see 33 on other channels. I am putting eyes onto other channels. Sorry, eyes. I suddenly realized what I was saying and how it could be sounding. Thank you to those of you who do send me clips, especially those of you who do it without fail every week. I really, really appreciate you. And most of all, thank you to my mods who do really help me keep the show going, and I very much appreciate them. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate you. So this I will remember to say. How do I usually start it out? Please take care. Have a good week. Remember to like who you like, Watch who you want to watch. After all, we're not in a cult. And I will see you next time. Thank you for being here, and take care, and take care of each other. Be kind. It's important, especially these days. Be a good neighbor, or as good as you can be. Bye.
School and mom celebrates the smaller channels who are working to bring down the cult and protect human rights. School and mom celebrates the smaller channels, the ones who need more attention and are out there more and more. If you want School and Mom to show a small channel, send her clips and links, since you are making clips and sharing links is easy to do. Whether you protest